What's up, NoAdvisory fam? It's your girl Trap Syd, and unfortunately, week 2, Kinfolk Jay, everybody's favorite, is not here. Jay, if you listening, if you watching, we do miss you. We hope that you come back in 3 months. We are looking forward to seeing you. But anyway, enough with all the formalities. We got a very special guest in the building today. He's been holding it down week after week after week after week, and he has finally earned his rightful crown. And y'all know how we do here in NoAdvisory. We got to bring him in NoAdvisory style. So here in NoAdvisory, we're just going to ask you 3 simple questions, okay? Who you are, where you from, and what the fuck you do.
Cool. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ridikulaz coming out of Charlotte, Maine. What was the second question?
Where you from?
Who
you are,
I think
I, yeah.
Okay, and what the fuck I do? I rap. Been doing it for a long time, and I just kind of decided to finally come out of the shadows after 2020 because we were all just forced to just sit the fuck down and create. So here I am. I appreciate the time, the opportunity.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say congratulations for winning. I feel like
Thank you.
A long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely is a long time coming. And I personally am glad that you finally have been crowned Trainee of the Night.
Thank you.
Like I said, I feel like it's been well deserved, but I'm glad that everybody else can finally see it too.
It's sometimes, I mean, I would say to that, like I like a lot of the artists that are there, and I would say by like week 3 or 4, it was kind of like I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do, but I just got to keep going though. Like whether I win or not, I have to keep doing my shit. Like I can't expect to win something, even though the crowd says otherwise. I have to leave that in the crowd's hands. So I'm happy that I finally got it though.
Right. So my first question for you is, let's talk about the song that you won with. What was the name of the song, and can you tell us a little bit about the song?
I did 2 songs that night, so I'm not even sure which one won.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
That is right. You did.
So the first song I did was called Distorted, and it'll be on my album The Requiem. It'll be out 4th of July this year. So Distorted, I did that one. The inspiration for that, honestly, was a producer friend of mine. He had hit me up and was like, dude, I got this beat for you. And as soon as I heard it, no lie, I started thinking about Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan. Right. And so I just thought about all the wild shit that they do, and I just started writing from there, like just the distorted mind state. And then I did Profiling, which is my hit single right now. And I would say the inspiration behind that is I'm a huge wrestling fan. Like I'm a huge wrestling fan all my life. And I always wanted to have a song with Ric Flair samples in it. So I would always be just in the studio just looking up Ric Flair promos and just trying to break them down and splice them up and all that stuff. And have you ever heard of Dom Kennedy? Okay, so see he right. So he has a mixtape like 2010, 2011, and he has a song called We Ball. And at the end of that song, it was like a Ric Flair promo, and I was just like, you took my fucking idea. Well, he didn't, but you know what I'm saying? I was just like, now I have to do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So even though that song came out in 2011, I was like, I have to do something like that, but different. Because my idea was just like his at first, like just put it at the end. Let Ric Flair talk shit at the end. But I was like, you know what? Do it throughout the whole shit. Like, let Ric Flair promos pretty much be the hook. So that's how that came to fruition, yeah.
So my next question for you is, what was your reaction to finding out that you had won Trainee of the Night?
I was very unaware because I was I was actually talking to one of the fans that came through for the show, and I was getting a beer, and the bartender told me, he was like, I think they just called your name. And I turned around, and then the DJ was like, yeah, you won it. I was like, oh, okay. So my reaction was really just, oh shit, okay. Cool, I appreciate it. Like because I would say the payout part was cool. I had no idea I was gonna win after that. So that was cool. I'm very grateful for that. Right. So that's what it's all about.
So my next question for you would be, can we expect any visuals for either Distorted or Profiling?
Any what now?
Visuals, like videos?
Yeah, I got a ton of videos coming up. I think that is what is going to separate me from everybody. My music videos, because I get a lot of inspiration from my influences, and one of them is Busta Rhymes, and all of his videos were trippy, and I love that shit. And I never could wrap my head around videos that look the same. You know, like you and niggas behind you in Uptown Charlotte behind it, and I could never get down with that concept, and a lot of, you'd be surprised how many videographers don't even know what a video treatment is. You know what I'm saying? And don't know how to put together a video. And it's like, dude, I draw my own storyboards, I write the whole thing out, so there's nothing else to do but shoot.
Right.
You know, and but yeah, it's gonna be tons of visuals coming up all through the summer.
So I guess I should retro this interview, because my first question should have been, for the people that don't know, how did you get the name Ridikulaz, or how did Ridikulaz come about?
I would say I got that nickname Ridikulaz probably around, it was a long time ago. I had to be in high school, but we used to do a lot growing up. I used to do like a lot of ciphers and shit. And it was this one day I was just rapping, and this person just kind of just came out of nowhere. It was like, yo, this nigga's bars are ridiculous. And I was like, I like that. Ridiculous. I like that. I didn't even have a name then. So, you know, and I just decided to just play with a couple ways to spell it and stuff like that. Like, I wrote it down like 18 times, and then I just settled on the one I have now. So, and just stuck with it.
So then, how long have you been doing music then? Since I know you said high school you were doing ciphers.
Yeah.
Did you start before then?
Yeah, I started music, I would say, like a serious interest in music probably like around 8 years old.
Oh wow.
8 or 9 years old. My dad had a full-fledged studio back then, and he just kind of was just like, I want to show you something. He just wanted to see if I was interested. So I just started playing around with the keyboard and the drum machine. And I couldn't really get into that because I'm not much of the beat maker. Right. But I have a good ear for music. I contribute a lot to my beats, like production-wise. But so shout out to all the beat makers out there, yo. And shout out to Kyra Moore, yo. Didn't y'all just put her on the page, bro? Yeah. I had to draft her. I had to. We just made a hit yesterday at Obia, so that's coming. Yeah, so, but then when I got on the microphone, I realized I could make words rhyme fairly easily, like, and that's not the, you know, sound braggadocious or whatever. It was just a natural talent. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody has their gifts, and you know, I already had like a stack of fucking Dr. Seuss's like this high. So I was just like, yeah, I was rhyming before I even realized I was rhyming, just reading books. You know what I mean? So it was just putting words together, and that just kind of kept me out of a lot of trouble. Like, a lot of cats where I grew up was just like, nah, you're good at that rap shit. Like, right, fuck what we're doing, do that. And I was just like, all right, cool.
So, okay, let me not say two-part question, but my first question is, what is your creative process like when you do go into the studio?
I would say my creative process is let's go to work. I don't like the whole stalling thing. You know, a lot of people need to roll up 15 blunts, drink Hennessy. Do not get me wrong, don't get it fucked up. I smoke weed, love it. Period. But we came here to work. It's a job. We could smoke in between, we could smoke beforehand, it don't matter. But as far as like having that whole big ass session before, nah, I came here to work. I'm ready to roll. So that's pretty much my process. And then when we knock it out, we got all the time in the world to get fucked up. So yeah, let's knock this record out first.
So do you go to the studio prepared? And by prepared, I mean, do you have your rhymes already written to a beat, or do you wait till you get to the session, have the engineer, the beat maker create a beat for you, and then write to it?
Oh no, I'm ready to go.
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I already did my homework at home. I already wrote the song. I didn't wrote it, performed it, went over it 1,000 times before I even hit the studio. So by the time it's there, like I said, I'm ready to go. We could just knock it out, and that's a testament to yesterday, because it was like, what, only an hour?
Yeah.
And I was done in like 15 minutes, so I had all that time left.
CEO Joseph, he was very impressed.
Yeah.
Y'all had a great session.
Yeah, so I had a blast, man. Shout out to Joseph, CEO Joseph too, man. He does a really good job. He's very professional. He knows what he's doing. You know, the only thing I think what he enjoyed about the session the most is he didn't have to tell me to do anything. Mm-hmm. I was just ready to go. All he had to do was work his magic. He was eating Bojangles the whole time. He didn't have to really do much. Just listen to me rap, bro. Yeah, that's it.
So, who are some other producers that you have worked with so far?
I work with Epic, the Don. He's pretty good. I've worked with Montiago Visuals out here. He's pretty cool. And that's about it. I keep that very limited because I have a certain sound, and not everybody can capture that. And just because you're an engineer doesn't mean you have to work with everybody. I always say this. You need to be a fan of who you're working with. That way it doesn't turn into, I'm just about the bread. Like, okay, you got the studio money, so I'll just hit record. Like, that's bullshit. So it's not like they actually like my music, so the session is smooth. We have a good time.
Okay. So you kind of in my head a little bit. So usually, shout out to Kinfolk Jay. Usually he always asks our artists to drop a gem. So a piece of information or a piece of advice or even a quote or something that you want to share with other people. Can you drop a gem for us today?
Yeah. I would say one thing I've learned that I've always stuck with that helped me with music is one, always you need to know that everybody has a gift, and you need to tap into that God-given gift, and it should be for sale. Period. Your talent should always be for sale. And number two, and it's cliche as fuck, don't give up. I'm 34 years old, and a lot of people don't know that shit about me. They just see this rapper guy, and that's cool. I want you to see that. But you know how many questions you know how many times people ask me how old I am when I'm out or when I perform and things like that? Right. So it's just like, so you can imagine the journey, and it's like taking off now. And I'm proud of that because I'm seasoned and I'm smarter. If this opportunity was to come to me at 21, 22, I'd be fucking terrible. I would be very irresponsible with it. I'd be a dick about it. Right. But it's like, I'm 34. I got responsibilities. And it's all about the music. And I think that's, like, don't give up. It's a lot of cats that I rhyme with throughout the day. And once we hit that 30 mark, they said, fuck it. They gave up. Hey, we're 30 now. That's for that young. That's for young cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be trying to be a rap. I'm not trying to do shit. I am a rap. I'm successful. Like, I'm doing it because I didn't give up like you did. Right. So yeah, that's why I would say. I know it sounds cliche, but don't give up. Especially once you reach that peak. Success does not have a fucking time limit or age restriction or anything like that.
So let's talk a little bit about the mask, because I know. For some of the people that are on our YouTube page, you know, they may never tapped into your music. Can you tell them a little bit about the mask? Is the mask the Ridikulaz persona, or is the mask just like, is it a safety thing, like a safety net, or like what is
I would say the only time it's a safety thing is because fucking 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a part of the whole shebang because. I got a lot of inspiration from like people like Deadmau5 and Daft Punk and stuff like that, where it's about the music. It is not about what I look like. People like MF Doom, rest in peace, MF Doom. But yeah, it's not about what I look like, and I think a lot of people get caught up in that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And this is not to say I have an ugly mug or anything. It's just I want you to pay attention to the rhymes, bro. Like, and so. The mask, like, I enjoy it. It's almost like stepping into another world or putting on a VR headset or some shit. It's just put it on. I'm in this world. So it's a part of the whole act, if you will. Yeah.
Okay. So moving right along then, you recently dropped some snippets, or I guess I can't even say drop snippets, but there was a song that you performed with Redman.
Right.
As an introduction.
Yeah.
So how did that come
Shout out to Redman, yo. Shout out to Redman, the RED. Fun fact, that's my inspiration for RID. Oh, wow. Because it was way back. Redman had a track, and it was like Redman, the RED. And I was like, I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that. So to answer anybody's question that's wondering if RID stands for something, it absolutely stands for nothing. It's just RID. It's just short for ridiculous. So don't say RID, RID. Right. That's all it is. Yeah. So yeah, that blew me away too. I was like, wow. But yeah, and I would also say that like when I was going back to like, you know, tap into your natural talents, I don't give a damn what it is because a little about me, like I'm a college graduate, but I'm not doing anything I went to school for, and I think that's what we see now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I went to school, got a degree, did everything the society asked me to do. And I'm still doing my shit. Yeah, like I have an English degree. So it's like a way with words is I could shit a paper. No problem. But yeah, so it was like my first year out of undergrad, I was a teacher. And I was just like, I don't like them kids that fucking much because teachers don't get paid and people got bills and I can do other things. And I also tattoo. I've been a tattoo artist for 14 years. Nick wants me to work there so bad. Like, I was just like, all right, we'll talk about it. But shout out to Nick, though. Like, shout out to King Cole, man. Yeah, I appreciate them even giving us a platform to even do the shit. You know, so I used to actually tattoo with Nick. We used to be co-workers on North Tryon in 2010. So when I saw him at training day, I hadn't seen him in a decade. And I was like, this is your place? My nigga. Like, I like the progression, bro. Right. So I was just like, he saw me and just, you know how he is. Like, he just jumped on me. He just gave you like, yo, I haven't seen this motherfucker in 10 years. He was just telling everybody, like, y'all don't know. Like, you came, he was surprised that I came there to rap because he knows me from tattooing. So it was just, that was cool to do. Like, that's why I always love coming to tattoos because, like, I know I'm good here. Hell yeah. So
what's next for you? What can we expect? What can we expect from Ridikulaz?
The album, July 4th. So yeah, July 4th of July. Look forward to the visuals. Look forward to just so many wild performances because we're about to take this show on the road. None of this means anything if you just stay on the front porch. Like, seriously, if you really want to do this shit, you need to fucking leave. You need to go. You know what I'm saying? This is like, Charlotte's cool, but you gotta go. Right. You gotta go. And yeah, just like I said, just tap into your other talents, man. Like, I think I was gonna kind of keep this to myself, but fuck it. So are we getting exclusives? Yeah. So my musical instrument of choice was the violin. I play the violin too, and I'm gonna bring that on stage. Wow. Yeah, because I made a beat. I made a beat with my violin, so I'm gonna unleash that shit and play it live. So just to let you know, this wasn't no fucking Fruity Loop sample or whatever the fuck. It's like, no, I picked up my violin and made it. So yeah, and that just came from me just wanting to be different because everybody's in band. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be in orchestra. But I ended up liking it though. So violins are cool, gives it a good sound. We wouldn't even have "Push It" by Salt and Pepper if it wasn't for the thong song. I was like, violins make so many cool vibes and so you can just combine that with so many different sounds. So but shout out to everybody on my live though that's tapping in, man. I appreciate all y'all. Like I'm looking at this shit right now. Shout out to Rickett, man. TJ, what's up, player? But yeah, man, shout out to my wife, Mickey. Like, she's got her lemonade shit going on, man. Black of the Berry lemonade, thank y'all for having her too. So, and yeah, man, you gotta dodge the haters. I think a lot of people do not like to see two people shine like that, and that's one thing we noticed is like we're literally coming out here like on some power couple shit. Literally. And you know, and we've gotten some pushback. I don't even know their names, so I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna name names, but it's just like, it just makes us laugh. It's just like, you can't do shit. You can't do, people just won't leave you alone. So I appreciate y'all for being so dope. You try to do bad, they hate. Right. It's a lose-lose. Just do yourself. So it's just crazy, man. So and shout out to Power 98, man. They fuck with the lemonade. They fuck with it. So like it's dope, man. Like, look out for her at Do-Rag Fest too, man. She's gonna be out there. Shout out to the Do-Rag Fest Juneteenth. But go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at on social media, where they can stream your music, and then after that, 30 seconds, pop your shit. Say whatever the fuck you want to say to your viewers on live, your viewers on YouTube, any of your haters in the world, anybody. So Instagram, that is at Ridikulaz. That is RIDIKULAZ. So Yeah, I'll say that again. Ridikulaz. So just follow me on YouTube, Instagram. If you don't want to listen to me, listen to my man Redman. He already told you that gave you the same fucking instructions. And where you can get my music from is I know the what do they say on all streaming platforms? That's what you say now. But yeah, so it's it's on everything. Like Red said, there's no excuse. I'm even on Xbox and PlayStation Network. You can find my shit. So you can find my first album there, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, whatever. And new album, The Requiem, will be the same way. Like, it'll pretty much be on everything. So whatever preference that you have, how you listen to your music, you'll find me. I'm even Shazamable. Like, if you hold up your phone and be like, who is this? You'll see this shit.
All bases.
Right. So it's not just on just post it on my social media, some bullshit like that. I'm everywhere. You got to put in the time and the investment. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then lastly, 30 seconds, pop your shit. Say whatever the fuck you want to say.
All right, cool. 30 seconds. So, yo, I appreciate the time, Training Day. This is Ridikulaz, RID. I am the best rapper in this goddamn city, okay? I don't ever want you to get it twisted. You can have the best entertainer. You can have the best turn up. I'm the best rapper. I'm the best lyricist, period. I want you to tap into real hip-hop. I want y'all to fuck with me. I want y'all to run up those videos. Yo, what up, L? Out in New York, man. My boy L Boogie out in Queens, man. Just tapped in. What's going on, player? But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I call myself the villain for a reason, man. Like, I always feel like the underdog. I always feel like, I'm in the middle of this void of trap, turn up, and something else, and I'm kind of, So yeah, y'all just be safe, man. Y'all fuck with me, RID, man. Training Day, man. I appreciate the time, yo.
It's your girl Trap Syd, another Training Day interview, and we out. Peace.
Hey.